Hey guys, so today it's tank maintenance and already cleaned one of my canister filter, that API filter here in medium size that I really hate, that never get to prime, but I thought I would do a quick video about how to do the maintenance on a canister filter. And I clean my filter every 2 weeks, so yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. So usually I alternate them, but today for the video I'm cleaning both of them this week there. So anyway, yeah, we'll go to tank maintenance. We'll see about how much dirt there is in 1 week in there. It's the Aqueon filter, a medium size rated for 75 gallon. I got those two filter on my 90 gallon with Tropheus right now. There's about 36 Tropheus in there and a few catfish, so yeah, that tank is really overstocked. So anyway, they get pretty dirty fast, and I don't want too much nitrate level going up too fast, so I want to remove that poop out of there. So anyway, I'll get to it. So first thing first, we'll unplug the filter. Second thing, it's return those tap off so that there's no more water going in here. And then we'll have to unscrew those. There's water that's still in this section of the pipe here that's gonna leak out. I don't have a bucket underneath here, so the trick about that is just to wrap a towel around the canister. Alright, it was too hard to put it with one end, so anyway, I wrap the towel around. It's not that much water, but it's just enough to keep the water from going from my floor. So I already pre-loosed those by hand because I wanted to make sure that I could do it on camera. Alright, so anyway, we're loosing those two hoses off. No quick connect on those, so you actually have to screw them and unscrew them all the time, which is a little bit more time consuming than the API canister, but this one actually primes by himself all the time, so it's pretty easy. While I'm doing that, the API canister, the trick with them if you have one is to actually put it empty, and then you have this lever lift up here to plug up the water from going into through the hose, and then you want to make sure that your intake one is full, and then you'll close this tap here, and because the hose is full, then you'll leak into your canister filter, filling it up, and then you want to make sure that you plug it in before it reaches the top, because if you don't do that, that pump don't have enough power to be able to get the water flowing through it and fill up that other pipe. So anyway, that's the trick with it. Alright, so now that we have this removed, we'll bring it to the sink. Alright, so now I have it in the kitchen sink. Always make sure that, you know, I spray the sink already a couple times there just to make sure that there's no soap residue in there. Alright, so now we can open the canister like this, and then we'll see what we get in there. It's easier to do it two ends usually. Yeah, not too bad here. So I'll just put this aside. Okay, now the next step I do is I'll move my canister onto the side of the counter here or here, and then yeah, take those buckets out of there and put them in the sink. So in the first basket, like you can see, there's here media in here. So the water actually goes through this pipe and then back up. So it's actually the last stage is on top. So one of them out. There's just 2 baskets in this one. There's a few snails in here. I have those Malaysian Trumpet snail to turn the sand and the Tropheus tank around, and then but I keep them under control by not overfeeding. And so if you don't know what the Trumpet snail look like, I don't know if you can see that on camera here. There's not really any big one in here. So yeah, they're like cone shape. It never hurt my filter or nothing like that. Everything works fine. So anyway, you turn the sand around and I keep them under control by having some Malaysian snail in my tank. Yeah, and not overfeeding. Okay, so now the water in here. We're gonna dump this into the sink. It's actually not that bad. A little bit of goop at the bottom. I'll rinse that pretty quick. This is hard. I guess I was still filming. Sorry about that, guys. This is harder to do than expected with just one end. So anyway, I'll take some of the hose over there, that in here, and then start my water. Give it a quick spray. Yeah, that's tap water with chlorine in there. I don't really care about it. There is beneficial bacteria growing on the side, but not enough to do a major issue by cleaning all this. Alright, so now that we have this done here, there's a couple snails in here still, and now that we have all this there, I'll just put this aside, and then I'll clean the sponges. I'm sorry, I keep putting my finger in front of the camera, eh? Sorry about that, guys. Alright, first sponge. It's like medium coarse. That's actually the last sponge because it's towards the top. So, and then you have those other 2 sponge that are more coarse. Okay, there's beneficial bacteria growing in there. Don't worry about rinsing this. I rinse it with tap water every week. The thing is, beneficial bacteria don't grow on goop like this. So all of this will end up killing your bacteria anyway. And just rinsing the goop out is actually removing some parts where the bacteria cannot grow. It will kill a little bit of the bacteria that's in the sponge that is growing on the good part of it, but not enough to do a major issue. Even with my tank, by cleaning everything with tap water, I never lost any fish from it. So yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Just clean everything. Don't put stuff too cold or too hot, so you still don't want to massacre the beneficial bacteria, but you can still like clean everything nice and quickly. Well, usually the beneficial bacteria will need to sit into your tap water with chlorine for a few minutes anyway before it starts killing them. So, you know, if you're not soaking stuff for 10 or 20 minutes in there, you're still going to have bacteria. Alright, this is easier to put the sponges back if that bracket is lifted like this. After you put them back, then you can push this back down. Alright, now the best part. Let's see if I can do the sponge under camera. With one end it's going to be a little bit harder, but I'll skip through it. So what I'm going to do with 2 ends later, I'll soak the sponge like this, and then I squeeze it. You see the water is black. I cleaned that filter like 2 weeks ago. So that's how fast there is. Some people don't clean their filter too often. I like to clean mine pretty often, like every 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. Just because I want to take all that poop out of there to keep my nitrate level to the low side. Because even with the water change, if you keep all that poop in your filter, like, your nitrate is gonna go through the roof with an overstocked tank like this pretty quick. Alright, so you get the idea. I'll do the 3 sponge like that, and then we'll skip forward in the video. Okay, all the sponge are back in. By the way, I had 3 sponge in there, and the second one, 2 core sponge. The second one is actually one that I added in here. Anyway, so put this back into the canister, and push this bracket back down. And now I'm just going to do a quick rinse to the media. Like I said earlier, don't worry about your beneficial bacteria. It's just a quick rinse. It won't kill enough. It really matters. Been doing that for years. Never lost any fish from doing that. And oh yeah, this, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I got that Seachem, what's it called again? That's to absorb the poop there. It's the resin. Yeah, it's the Seachem Purigen. So that's Seachem Purigen. In my opinion, you know, it turned brown like it says it's supposed to go. Seachem actually sent me this for free. I'm not sponsored by Seachem. They sent me this for free just so that I can try it in my tanks. And then I tried it, and you know what, like, I don't think it makes a difference. Like, I had little stuff floating around all over the tank before. I still have that. I think just filter floss and filter maintenance is the way to go. Just, if you want to waste your money, in my personal opinion, then you can use that Purigen stuff. It doesn't make enough for me to bother with it. I think I'll just throw this out actually. Anyway, so keep cleaning this. Okay, it's clean enough. I'll grab it. We just have to align the two pipes into the filter. This, put the bracket down. Pipes are aligned or clicked together. Now we're gonna go and rinse the top, which is the bracket on top here. Looking good, looking good. Oh yeah. Couple snails on there. There we go. Let's go. Oh, lots of extra snails anyway. Oh. I was telling you guys about the assassin snail. That's the assassin snail I have all over my tank. Some of them as baby, they actually crawl into the filter to go get and heat the other small snails. So yeah, I'll put this one back in the tank. Before I change the date, that's why I have a pipe going in there. Alright, there you go, buddy. Go in the water. Getting bothered a little bit. Going down, but you'll be fine. Alright, now the next step is just to inspect the gaskets. They look fine. Underneath here, if you twist this like this, you can actually remove this and have access to the impeller. It's fine, there's not too much dirt in there. Turns nice and free. Put it back in. this needs to face towards here. It clicks when it's sideways. And then just turn it back, click straight. This kind of straight. All right, just put back this ring. There's a pipe sticking out here. It goes into this hole. And now this, you have to line that up with this here. Yeah, so that's the water going down, and then it comes back up, and then it goes through here, which is pump for your output. It gets strained one last time, and then goes through your motor. Alright, so it's back on. You just click those brackets. I like to click them in an angle to make sure there's even pressure on the gasket. And then we'll put it back underneath the tank. Okay, so now we have the canister underneath the tank. Again, it's empty. This is my input line. Connect this. Put it until it's nice and tight, and then I just give it an extra little squeeze here. There we go. Just to make sure it sits properly and it doesn't leak. It never leaked on me before. I don't know if it's because of what I'm doing or I've been lucky. Nah, it's probably what I'm doing, right? Anyway, screw in the output line. Those are full of water right now. Alright, now it's stopped turning. Just give it a little extra twist there. Open up those two lines. Input and output. You can hear, I don't know if you guys hear it, you can hear the water rushing through the canister. I like to plug it in right away. But this one, even if it's full of water, this Aqueon filter works pretty good. They're always prime, and if there's a power outage, it can restart by himself. So there's no problem there. Let's see, you can hear the pump going now. It's catching some water. Oh, there's always a little bit of a mess into the pipe when it first starts, but you know, it's nothing dangerous for your fish. It's all good. So yeah, it's pumping no problem. It's like I'm going to have to top up the water of the tank, so it's not too noisy. Yeah, so now there's air a little bit in here. That's what you hear. So you can just either move it sideways like this, or sometimes give them a shake, get the air out. But this canister actually have a cap that you can unscrew on top here. Unscrew it for a second. Just take some of the air out. Do it as it goes, so you have to be quick. If you leave it out for too long, it can actually spray water out. There we go. So all the air is out now. Now it's nice and quiet. You just, the only thing you hear is just the water spray, the spray bar at the top, agitating the surface water. Yeah, so here you got it. How to maintain the canister filter Aquarium, especially Aquarium 75. Okay, see you in the next video.